With a common denominator.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Yo, what's going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick the Hitman Hellman.
I'm Todd the Todd Father Butterfield.
We have a couple things to talk about. You know, Coinbase pretty much came out and said,
Ripple,
you get a listing, you get a listing, we all get a listing, in a quote that they will be listing hundreds, if not thousands of cryptocurrencies in the future.
Thousands.
How I think that affects that exchange, how I think that affects those projects moving forward, and will they actually be on Coinbase.com? I think not. We'll discuss that. We also got some favorable crypto news. Google is reversing their advertisement ban for cryptocurrencies.
Oh, my goodness.
Not completely. We'll get into the details of that, but that is bullish. And then Kucoin is having an airdrop. If you guys are over on Kucoin Exchange, I'll tell you how to participate. If not, we do have a referral link in the description below if you want to help the channel out, collect an airdrop, and, you know, keep tuning in here. That would help as well. So make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button before we get started. We are also going to be doing the Phore PHR giveaway from last night's live show. We'll do that random drawing here in a little while. And, you know, we like giving away things so much in this bear market. It's just so much fun. We're going to give away some more Phore tonight. So make sure in the comments section below to leave your Phore wallet address, PHR. It trades on Cryptopia. That's where I would get the wallet from. Or you can, of course, download their desktop wallet or their decentralized marketplace wallet. Any of them work as long as it is your Phore address, and that is it. You are entered to win. We do ask that if you want a chance to win some coins, please hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel. And once again, guys, the expansion of this channel and the word of Learn Crypto is based on you guys. So every time you share one of our tweets, share a video, whatever it may be, well, that is much appreciated.
The Nug Demolishers in here.
What is going on? We got Clifford in here. K. Archie still looking for a husband. Johnny M. Cool. Rocket366. Taj. What is up? Dennis.
Phorehub.com.
Dennis is saying XLM and XRP pork blasters. ZRX had a good little rally there as well, leading into CNBC shilling the upcoming news for Coinbase. Although I don't think it was that important, we will discuss it. But I believe some people thought they were going to make an announcement of an actual coin, and that's why we saw some pumps on ZRX and others. So good to have everyone in here. Still seems like people are trickling in. You didn't miss much yet, just the intro. Phorehub.com.
Right.
Well, let's jump into this, see what the price action is looking like, at least on CoinMarketCap. And then the Todd Father will be looking at some charts. I think he has some interesting point and figure charts based off the Bitcoin prices as well that the software shot out. So that's going to be interesting.
Yep.
Bitcoin at 64.22, still trying to hold in here, down 2.5% for the day. Ethereum down 4.5%, at one point was down 10%. And the real big turnaround for the day is XRP to 54 cents. At one point, this was down negative 13%. So you're looking at a 23% rebound total here for XRP on the day. Still red primarily across the board. You're seeing Monero up a little bit, IOTA up a little bit. And that's really about it. Not too much excitement. Let's see any big name winners. H-Share, Monocoin, XRP, and Electroneum. Congratulations to the holders of these coins. If you own this coin, I don't know if there was some major news or not. So if somebody knows, let them know. But an overall bearish sentiment right now, and with what's been going on, I would not be afraid to take out at least a little bit of profit here. Maybe 25% ladder out at a 44% gainer so far. Remember, guys, you got to decide what are your trading coins, your long-term hodls, etc. On some of these coins that the fundamentals are okay. If you get a massive pump like this with a bearish sentiment, don't be afraid to take some profits. I'm not saying you have to sell 100% of your position, but hey, taking 25% off the table, maybe looking for a swing trade or moving it to the actual standard Bitcoin may not be a bad idea, because I know we're all overweighted in altcoins, and you just got to reiterate that you need to be accumulating Bitcoin in your portfolios, as that will be the winner, if not one of the winners, in my opinion. That's about all we got on CoinMarketCap today. I know some people were wanting us to check in with a few of the other coins we talked about in the past. Linda Coin is still hovering right at the 16 Satoshi mark. So if you are staking this, even though it's staying at 16 to 20 Satoshis for this past 2 months, a lot of other coins are bleeding out. This one's just staying sideways. And if you are staking, you are earning free coins then and profit every single day. For Masternode holders, you're going to get somewhere between 3,200 to 6,400 Linda per day, every day. You can keep it in Linda like I'm doing myself and kind of just rolling it into compounding interest, just staking my rewards. Or you can do like other people do. They take profits, move it into Bitcoin, etc. So opportunity there for some passive income. All right, Todd. Wow us now. Wow us with your charting skills over here. Let's see what you got.
I'm kind of upset. I had to get a new phone today, which that's why we're a little bit late, 'cause I got myself sideways on some stuff, because I've got this working to enlarge the chart full screen. Over on my other desk where I trade is working. Here it's not, but that will be fixed hopefully tomorrow. And one thing I wanted to go in, Dominique's not in here, which I wish he was. Dominique asked me why we're not showing any point and figure charts. So I did quickly go in and mark one up. And then I kind of, because of that, want to talk about just here the action since kind of the last buy we had down at 61.94. If you look just at this area in here, it's kind of interesting on Wyckoff. This is kind of preliminary support, a selling climax, and then the automatic rally, some tests, and then just give us the expanded range. We did come down and do a spring here and had a sign of strength, last point of support. We did go to new highs. We've gotten a little deeper here on this last pullback, which I really didn't want this deep, but it is back at preliminary support levels at that 63.04 level, 63.20-ish. That has held thus far, and I've been mentioning, even going back to the far left, that 63.50 level seems like somebody is still supporting Bitcoin. So far we've done that again here. And this does look like kind of a sign of strength and a backup. And then I'm going to bring up, this is a Bitcoin point and figure chart, because Dominique wanted to know why he wasn't showing them. And I said that it's hard to have a point and figure chart on some of these coins that have, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal points. Most of the software is not set up for that. I think even a trading view, a lot of times I get error messages trying to do a point and figure, unless it's something trading at full things like $10 or higher. So this is a 60 point and figure Bitcoin, and you can see here, and this goes back to March 20th. But you can see here, this was an easy count. You came down, had a sign of strength and a last point of support. If you count that, count the bars across the boxes, take it times 60. And I didn't have time. There's ways of counting it from here and also counting it from the count level. But it really brings you up to this level. And you can see that that's where then we did a distribution count to the downside. And that's simple. You had the upthrust, sign of weakness, and last point of supply. That figure count brings you down to here, which, again, same point where we reversed it, had accumulation come back in and take us back to the highs. Now here it gets a little bit trickier because we only had a little distribution up here. That brought us down to 7,300 or so. And now we're current. So the chart I just showed you is this area right here, which if we hold here, then we'd have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, about 23 boxes times 60. So we'd have like a $1,600 rally from here if we can hold this level and work higher. But I don't have a buy signal on the software at all. Hold on, I got too many. I mean, we're sitting down here at 43.68 on the technometer for Bitcoin USDT. Bitcoin USD, it's actually a little bit higher. But you can see here on the, we keep talking about this on the OP because the OP breaking the new lows here kind of gave us that this was support. It did that back here farther to the left, and then it did it really kind of here. But as of today, the OPs went to another new low for this whole movement. And once again, Bitcoin for now is still holding higher highs. So, maybe we're going to go through that level like butter here at some point and go through 5,700 quickly. But I think for longs, you'd have to try to nibble still and trail a stop because it just feels like, we had a good green bar here of consolidated volume. And this one here, and then you've had 4 days, not extremely large volume, but definitely all selling volume. So I wish the technometer was a little bit better. I'd be more happy about buying here, but we've only really had 2 days off the high really of selling. So that's just a little bit, with the, we'll try to do more with point figure charts as we move along.
And
here,
can people learn about the point figure chart and what you're talking about through the course? Is this?
Yep, it's in one of the lessons. I mean, and then once we get the software ready for subscribers, I'm hoping to go in and do like a Sunday night, a couple hours. Students will be allowed to come in and ask questions, and we'll all be able to talk and go over this stuff a lot more. So that's my intent. And I had the software for full screen. I got tomorrow night, they're going to give me an update, or tomorrow during the day, an update of when it'll be available for subscribers. But otherwise, I'm going to obviously keep trying to go over it here. We need to go over, Ripple came down. We didn't really have a buy signal there, but it did come down to that 46 level, which was, we had mentioned, it came down here to previous support. Again, that's Elliott wave. Then also an ABC down, and you buy springs and uptrends. So any area down here, 46 to 50 level look like, possibly a point to add to Ripple. You had big volume on the way up and low volume here on the down turns. So Ripple still looks good. And I think also with that in mind, XLM, I think Dennis mentioned that when he came on, XLM USD came back to previous fourth wave support and so far has bounced off of that. So, and again, volume pretty low here on the pullback after having some good volume on the upside. So that chart still looks good. So if Bitcoin holds in here, I think Ripple, XLM, some of these are going to lead us out of here. So hate to say it, I'm still trying to lean bullish here.
Leon says amazing accuracy on the point and figures, and Dominique says point and figures are amazing.
Dominique, so he asked me about it. That's why I did it. So there you are, Dominique. I don't know if you've been in here for the whole thing, but.
So there it is, guys. And if you go over to learncrypto.io, we do have our Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course over there. One of the lessons is on point and figure charts, as well as the 3 proprietary indicators in the software, and teaches you all about Wyckoff. No, it's not necessary, but if you want to be able to trade on your own rather than waiting for random people on YouTube to come on and try to give you some price objectives, it sure helps. Obviously, I use Wyckoff and Elliott Wave and some of these other ones. I'm not the expert that Todd is on any of these particular trading methods. I just know a little bit about a bunch of different tools and try to use that to my advantage. Try to show you that over on Twitter as well. And of course, Todd shows it each and every day here on YouTube. Not only by saying, hey, I bought this or sold that, but actually giving some price objectives to the upside. If he names a stop, he always gives a price point. And I think that's what's important, because then that actually helps you guys place orders rather than just us sitting here saying we're making every trade perfect, because that's not reality.
And there's Dustin, who just started this course a week ago or so. So what's up, Dustin? But again, like here, I gave a buy down here at 61.94 based on the daily chart and the technometer being oversold and the OP going to new lows, price holding. So you could have easily said, okay, well, you're going to have a rally up here to 8,000. And I was still bullish up there because I saw no divergences, nothing to tell me to get out of it. And then, a normal pullback to 7,300 would have been fine, and the point figure chart showed that. So that could have been a bigger sign of strength than a pullback. But then once again, we fall out, and I don't know if it's whales moving these markets around, etc. So you just got to do things to try to put the odds in your favor. And if I was more short-term trading, I probably would have took more off up here. And but down here, it's harder to call this accumulation, and it would have been higher than the 7,400. So, nothing's going to call every trade. You just got to have, I think, a few things in your tool shed to help you try to trade a little bit better. So, and point figures is one of those. And as we move along here, like I said, I'm going to try to show it more. It is in the lessons and the software. I'm trying to still pick up a few things, clean it up, but they're telling me they're going to have no issues getting it where subscribers can subscribe to it. So that's really the next point. Until then, I'm just going to keep trying to show it on here, throwing out some trader ideas, etc. So, and one more thing. Here's the stock software, bringing back the dollar. You can see lower right, we had the massive sell that we showed by a red arrow. Came down to oversold in 2 days, and now we're really back to overbought again. So I still think the UUP's headed down, which means the dollar's headed down, which would normally mean cryptos are headed higher. So I don't know. That's all I got.
There we go. We'll see if that plays out. I know at least the sell signals on the UUP have been playing out, and we'll see if Bitcoin can do its thing down here and really reverse if we get some more positive news. Obviously, people have been talking about the ETF. Guys, ETF, they delayed the decision to December 30th. I don't even think that matters. I told you they're going to keep delaying it to the final date of February 27th. If you look at a calendar, February 27th is on a Sunday, and you all know the government and the IRS ain't working on no Sunday, so I would say they will push it off to February 25th, where they then will approve the CBOE VanEck Bitcoin ETF, in my opinion. That's going to happen. More importantly, before February, that people continue to look over is Bakkt Exchange. I tweeted about it again today because they put out a pretty short and concise tweet over here. Bakkt is coming out in November as long as they are regulatory compliant. The New York Stock Exchange and ICE is the one creating this. ICE currently hosts 23 exchanges, different types of exchanges for different types of commodities, equities, whatever it may be, all across the globe. So obviously they know how to create and host a regulatory compliant exchange. Not only that, it will be for Bitcoin and physically delivered Bitcoin. Our first contracts will be physically delivered Bitcoin futures contracts versus fiat currencies, including USD, GBP, and Euros, allowing access to this trading platform for everyone in any major economy. For example, buying one USD to Bitcoin futures contract will result in daily delivery of the physical one Bitcoin into the customer's account. Why is that important? Because that means that they will be holding the underlying. People buying will be holding the underlying. The exchange will be holding the underlying, drawing it off the market, and what's an asset that has a finite supply and a finite inflationary rate. That is massive as far as supply and demand logistics. Bakkt is going to be massive, guys, coming in November. This is why we continue to lean towards the bullish, although we might not be right on the $100, $200, $300 moves down here. We all know where this is going and where Bitcoin is heading in the future, as well as a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Although you need to get into some solid projects, because I think there will be one more market cycle where a lot of these small caps and micro caps coins will gain. After this next market cycle, since cryptocurrencies will become more of a legitimized asset class, a lot of these smaller cap coins will become insolvent and essentially go to zero as their use case withers up as well. So we need to really, right now, I think you're safe. This next bull run, a lot of coins are going to see a lot of gains, but after that, you need to be in the right cryptocurrencies, and I think Bitcoin is obviously one that is going to have a large infrastructure built around it, a large dev team, and one that's here to stay. So keep that in mind. We'll see what happens. Now, Coinbase, CNBC showed us, pumped us up, tweeting, oh, Coinbase about to have a massive announcement. We saw ZRX, BAT, and a couple others get a nice pump. They get on there and essentially say they're going to be expediting the listing of coins. So, as we do know, they did put out a list of coins that could be at the top of that list, including ZRX, ADA, Zcash, and some others. But essentially, they said they are looking to list hundreds, if not thousands, of cryptocurrencies. Now, me personally, I don't think they're going to be listing all these coins on Coinbase.com. I think more realistically, they may be added to CoinbasePro.com. But remember when Coinbase bought or acquired Paradex? Paradex is the decentralized exchange that is a relayer on top of the ZRX0X protocol. Why is this important? Essentially, now that they own Paradex, they can have allow access to all of us, all their customers, to ERC20 tokens for trading without actually having to list them on their platform. This means it is much easier for the development team as they don't have to integrate it into the website. And it allows, with doing Paradex, I think it kind of loosens up the regulatory guidance. As you know, Coinbase has always been tight to the chest. That's why they have very limited listings. With Paradex, it can be like, boom, click it on. ZRX and all ERC20 tokens are now tradable on Paradex, which, it would say like presented by Coinbase underneath it. And then they could add ZRX maybe to their actual platform, as then that will serve as liquidity for the exchange for its consumers. Just my opinion, I did that Coinbase video about 4 months ago, and that's kind of why ZRX and OMIS Go were all on my list, because I thought that was an opportunity for Coinbase to be able to allow us to trade a ton of crypto assets with kind of limiting their liability and not having to put it on Coinbase.com. So we'll see what the future holds for that. ZRX, I'm still long-term bullish on, even if the Coinbase situation I just laid out doesn't work out. There are tons of other relayers and decentralized exchanges building upon that protocol layer, and I believe that some of these are going to be for profit in the future, charging fees for trading activity on that relayer, and that is probably will be in ZRX tokens. Just me going on a limb, but that's what I see coming here in the near future.
Throw me the screen because I got to pat myself on the back one more time, maybe, or a couple of times, maybe. There's Avita Medical, which I said to buy at $1.50, which I got marked there on the screen. It came down to $1.37 and now $1.94. Good news coming out, which was kind of what I was telling everybody. And you can see volume came in huge. So that's probably buy on dips and headed much higher. And then
AMD is another one we've been discussing since it was about $10 to $12. That thing has exploded to around $32 or $33. This has the connection to cryptocurrencies, connection to the tech sector with CPUs and GPUs, as well as the connection to the booming gaming industry. That's why, guys, I told you guys to take a look. All that with a $33 billion market cap compared to, I think that's like 1/4 of what NVIDIA's market cap is currently. And I think that's what led to the massive 200% gainer on AMD over the past couple months.
And we are a channel that does give specific recommendations. And then let's go because Johnny Cool, I think, said, interest rate hike, what will that do to the markets? This is TLT. So TLT, I had to sell up here after we had tested the highs and closed shitty. And then you can see down here, Technometer came up to 66, which is massive overbought. So that was continuing, showing that selling coming in. And you can see now we're down to actually extremely oversold. But I would think probably we've just had an A-B off the low. Maybe we run up here to 118-ish before we start seeing the downside again. Any downtick in the force like this now is just providing extreme downside pull, and that's why you're getting the Technometer. So you don't buy just a 38 Technometer for the hell of it. Not when you got this type of selling coming in. You'd want to throw a downtrend line probably on this. And a lot of times I'll try to throw a little bit of Elliott wave on it if I could to help me out on the distance that this thing travels. But this is telling you the interest rates are coming in higher, which hasn't affected stocks yet. It doesn't affect it until it does affect it, which that's just the way the markets work. No one's going to care until everybody cares. So if interest rates keep increasing, I would think a recession is coming and stocks will care at some point. So, I'm sure the TLT, I think it just heads probably still lower. So I don't think it'll affect much. And K. Archie, you want to know what's a physical delivery? Was you talking about physical delivery?
That is through Backed.
Oh, I thought maybe she was talking about the pizza man or something. I don't know.
We're going to sum this up. We'll answer that. So futures contracts right now aren't actual physical deliveries. They're really debt obligations, which mean then you get your USD or whatever after the trade's over. Physical delivery is important for crypto futures because, like it said, when you're trading futures, if you chose it in the right direction, you will get physical delivery of Bitcoin, meaning like a Bitcoin that you buy on the exchange and can put in your ledger name OS. That is the same kind of thing that's going to be happening on Backed Exchange. So it's not just going going to be debt obligations or USD. Like, oh, great, I did a Bitcoin futures, now I get paid out in USD. You actually get paid out in the underlying cryptocurrency, which pulls supply off of the market at market price, which will be positive for cryptocurrency prices moving forward.
Philippe wanted to know if we knew anything about DIG, and I'm going to say I know almost nothing except all the arguing I see on Twitter. Nick and I was drug into that.
Yeah.
I don't know what more to say, except, hell, I got a shitload of followers. So
yeah, I know, right? We got drawn into the DIG, not really by talking about DIG, but by kind of having a conversation with Ronnie Moaz, and of course he wants to throw punches, so I went back at him, kind of proved him wrong. He abruptly stopped the conversation, deleted all of his comments because, you know, he couldn't remain culpable for his actions and the stupid stuff he was saying.
Welcome to Child's World on Twitter.
And then I said, hey, why'd you delete your message? And then he went ahead and blocked me. So I'm not going to be seeing any more DIG arguments. DIG is interesting. I have reached out to people to try to get more information on DIG and get information as far as the new white paper release. Apparently that's still coming soon. I don't know much about DIG.
And I think Peter Brandt said bullshit.
And it's essentially going to be a precious metal-backed cryptocurrency. I don't know how much I like that either. But once I can actually do some research on it, I'd love to. If anybody's got the new white paper before it gets released, or you're part of the DIG development team, come on here for an interview. Let me grill you. Provide us some answers. So instead of arguing on Twitter, people can get some facts. That's all we got.
Well, good. Philippe says Ronnie's a big baby, which I figured you were a supporter. I'm going to have to agree. I mean, first of all, anybody that's doing business in this space, I don't think could be throwing F-bombs around on every tweet. So I can't respect anybody doing that. I don't think really anybody else can. So he needs to stop all that and grow up a little bit. And DIG, I don't know enough about it to say. I mean, every coin's getting hurt here. I'm sure it'll bounce at some point. I wouldn't have a lot of money in it, but maybe it works. It's not in my software because I've not added it. And it's not on, where's it at? Live.
It's like on Livecoin or something really small. So that's another thing. I've talked to people that wanted me to look into it. I'm like, there's not much information I can really do on it. And you do have to know that buying DIG on Livecoin, you do have to consider exchange risk at that point because it is such a tiny exchange. And I'm not, I think DIG is an ERC20 token right now, so you could store it on Mu, my Ether wallet, if you would like. If you would like to just sign up for Livecoin, buy it, and store it on Mu. But like I said, I don't know much about it. Ronnie apparently has put millions of dollars into buying DIG coins.
Apparently.
So, yeah, apparently he hasn't showed order books from what I've seen, but we'll see.
DIG USD is in front of you 4 hour live. Not much to say about that chart pattern. Downtrend. If you zero in probably on a 1 hour, let's go into 15 minute.
Man, nothing. Just
I mean,
steady in the same exact range.
I guess all I would say is probably that was some type of selling climax on a short-term basis. So maybe the downside is in and you can rally something. But, we don't know any of that. But shout out, he got me quite a few followers.
Dustin Nelson says, what's up, guys? Anyone who hasn't done the course, I highly recommend. Incredibly inexpensive for the education value. Invest in yourself. Shout out to you, Dustin. Appreciate the kind words and appreciate that feedback on the Wyckoff cryptocurrency and trading course at learncrypto.io. You can see all of the affiliated websites we have at the bottom of the screen there, guys. Help yourself. We're trying to help you in any way we can. You also know we're always available on here and on Twitter as well. But if you want to help yourself and help support us, check out some of the courses we do have to offer.
Philippe says that OBV shows new lows and prices supporting. I mean, that's what I like, but I probably would only like it on a 5-minute basis because I want to catch all the moves. So again, I might, if you were on here enough, I probably would go ahead and add it to my software so I can actually break that down for you really well on non-balanced volume. Because there it is in the blue on a 15-minute basis. And, we're breaking down a little bit here, but not enough information. And I don't like going to the 1 hour on balanced volume. That leaves too much. That changes everything. So.
We got Mouse over here in YM. Mouse says XRP to number 1. Everyone is buying XRP now. And then YM says, yes, XRP is repeating history. Now, we do 2 days ago, guys, when everybody said XRP was going to number one and taking over Bitcoin, what happened? I tweeted it's going to be time for a pullback with all that FOMO going on, and we got a massive pull grab back. It's great that it's going up now. Todd had a buy on it, and but just remember, XRP likes to pump and dump a lot. So don't, it moved up 5%. That's great, but don't get ahead of yourself there, Mouse, saying it's going to number one. It's got to start by taking out Ethereum again. Mr. Lodak saying nope, XRP to 30 cents.
So YM's been in here quite a bit, I believe, right? I don't recognize
the picture,
Mouse or Moose or...
Crypto Hunter said, when you stake Linda, what's a good number to have? So if you have anything less than... So 2 million Linda gets you a masternode. If you have 2 million Linda, I would set up a masternode with... what is it? MyStakingWallet.com. It's, I think, $7.99 to host a masternode. That's what you want to do. If you have less than 2 million, you want to go to MyNodePool.com. MyNodePool.com. That actually pools the assets of a lot of retail investors together, and then you'll get a larger daily payout and more consistent daily payout based on the amount you hold on there. That is the way you're going to get the best staking bang for your buck, is at MyNodePool.com. They do a little bit of a fee over there, as far as they take a little bit of the reward, but it's completely free to sign up and completely secure. Your Linda is good to go. Affiliated with the Linda development team as well, so that's what I recommend. Now let's do this Phore giveaway. How about that, guys? Let's do that. So we owe you some Phore. Man, that scene looks good in the background right there, downtown St. Louis. We got the City Museum behind us and this beautiful loft Todd has over here.
Got a bus up.
It looks pretty good
on the roof.
So we owe you some Phore from last night's live show, so we're going to go ahead and give that away. That's from this one, Walmart partnership. We talked about Walmart's partnership, Ethereum scaling solutions, etc. So if you're not tuned into that, a lot of good information. And we did have somebody visiting us, so there was a guest on here for a little bit as well.
We went out last night, but Nick didn't go along.
I did not.
Ball and chain.
Ball and chain. Amount of unique commenters, 82. 1 in 82 chance of winning some Phore. And at this point, I don't even know how much I'm going to send you. At a minimum, 25 Phore, which is worth something like $15. At a maximum, maybe I'll send you a 54, and that's worth like, what's 54? That's like $25 worth of PHR for you guys. So some big money. Quentin Stevens, thanks for the information, guys. Well, you're welcome, Quentin, and thanks for providing your Phore wallet address and being an active community member, because you just won yourself some Phore. I'll be sending that to you hopefully tonight. And Henry, I did not forget about you either. I'll send you your Zen tonight. I got caught up in the NFL game last night and kind of ran out of time, so I'll send both of those tonight after the live show. And that's it, guys. We will be giving away some more Phore for this live show. So make sure to smash up that like button, smash up that subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Phore PHR wallet address if you would like a chance to win. Who doesn't like free coins, especially in the bear market, guys? We're loving it. Now, we do got a little more news. We talked about it briefly that Google ends cryptocurrency ad ban, but only for certain kind of ads. So you're not going to be seeing ICO ads or anything like that, but still a step in the right direction because, hey, Google wants that ad revenue. Don't fool yourself. Google is reversing part of its sweeping ban on cryptocurrency-related advertising and plans to allow regulated crypto exchanges to buy ads in the United States and Japan. What exchanges in the United States and recently just opened up another headquarters in Japan? Do you know,
Coinbase?
Todd? Oh, that is Coinbase. Oh, my gosh. Oh, we've been saying that.
What do I win? Spin the wheel!
We've been saying that you need to hold these cryptocurrencies because it is going to be a fiat onboarding platform for new retail investors moving into the next bull market, as well as custodian access for institutional investors. And now here we go. I guarantee when this new policy starts in October, the first ad that you are going to see is from Coinbase.com, Coinbase Pro, and maybe Coinbase Paradex as well, trading those ERC20 tokens. Facebook also started allowing some types of crypto-related ads advertising back on its platform starting in June. So they're getting in on the action as well. And the last bit of news before we maybe see if you guys have any charts for Todd, or we'll just shoot the shit over here in the comment section, is Kucoin is doing an airdrop. Kucoin is extremely proud to announce, extremely proud, guys, because they're taking all your money, but proud to announce yet another great project coming to our trading platform called Crypterium. Don't know anything about it, but if it's free coins, I'm in. I'm listening. Is now available on Kucoin. Supported trading pairs include Crypt to BTC and Crypt to ETH. To celebrate the listing, Cryptopium will also run an airdrop distributing 265,000 CRPT among Kucoin users. How do you participate? All you need to do is hold a minimum of 6 KCS. They're only like $1 now, guys. So $6 worth of Kucoin coins over there. And you must purchase 15 KRPT on Kucoin as well. You need to have your 6 KCS in the wallet by October 1st. And you can purchase the CRPT from September 24th to October 1st as well. I don't know how much CRPT cost, but I'm assuming a lot of people aren't going to be over there. There's not a lot of volume on KCS, and maybe people aren't going to want to spend a couple dollars for the CRPT tokens. So you might get a nice, decent portion of this 265,000. I'm going to participate for the heck of it because why not? It's going to cost me $6 to get involved and get some free coins. And who knows, maybe Crypterium will be the next moonshot here in the crypto market. Don't get your hopes up, guys, but want to let you know about a free coin possibility. Like I said earlier, if you're not signed up on Kucoin Exchange already, we do have a referral link in the description below. Make sure to check it out. Click on that because, I mean, you might as well give us the referral link rather than just going to Kucoin and signing up with no referral link, and they just keep all the funds and all the trading fees themselves. So get involved. You got until October 1st, guys, to have some KCS and Crypt on that exchange.
Shout out to all the XRP people in there, the new ones. I've Frenched some of them because we had to buy an XRP last night on the breakdown to 46. And, I think I would trade that. I did show on Twitter for the XRP from the software, we had to sell here at a 50. We had to buy down at the bottom. And when it was going through 39 and 40, our technometer started to get overbought. I did say I'd rather look for a buy point. Technometer is not given that, but I think the wave structure gave me the buy last night when we came down to that below 49, down to the 46 level. So Ripple, I mean, between ADR and Ripple, I guess for me, I probably like them both about the same. I think if these markets heat up, Ripple's going to, it's got a big community. Ripple's going to rock and roll. I'm sure it's going to have some major volatility. And as somebody said, I mean, it did that last year and then had a huge run. So there's, I think you just got to pick your points, try to trade a bit of it probably, and hold some longer term.
Dominique says, like we said, be careful with XRP and have stops in place. Yeah, I mean, that is one of the coins that with the high volatility, you may want to have some stops if you like. You don't, if you really think it's going to do a moonshot, you don't want to be getting stopped out at 20 cents on its way to $3. That's where you really got into the right coin at the right time and kind of blew it by getting stopped out. So it's important to decide what kind of risk to reward ratio you're looking at on some of these cryptocurrencies when placing these stops. We don't do a lot of stops based off of these low levels that we're sitting at now. And whenever we do, we try to give you an actual price point that kind of makes sense rather than just saying, hey, put a stop in. Well, that doesn't really help you guys. We need to really tell you at which levels to place the stop so it's more conducive to an actual trade.
All right, with that in mind, let's go to the ADA chart here because this is ADA USDT. And if you can check where I'm highlighting right here, this day, we opened down here at the lows. We're testing this low, which was done on big volume. So we're testing it on low volume. You can see the OP has continued to deteriorate while price went sideways and testing at a higher level. Then you had the technometer, 38 is considered oversold. It went from a 44 to a 32.74 in one day. So that chart, easy setup to buy that, put a stop right below the lows and let it run. So that worked. No real sell on the upside. I mean, the technometer got to 48. 50 is normally, a stop and look point. You could have counted 5 waves up maybe to take something off up here. But I think really the trade that really would have happened, you bought down here, you're still long, you got to stop maybe at break even or slightly above, and you just hope the thing digs in and tries the upside again. So again, it's all based on your time frame. I mean, if you're a short-term trader and you bought this off of this setup, I mean, yeah, you should have took something off probably when we went to new highs here, which was a perfect trade. But if you're trying to pick a bigger move, this could have been a sign of strength. This could be a last point of support. Technometer comes down here the next couple of days. OP goes to a new low. Might be another hell of a setup for a buy point. So that's why I'm hoping to get more software into more people's hands and try to find some of these and just try to take trades that have higher odds of being successful. That's what it's all about.
Taj says, DigiByte just submitted Coinbase listing application, both for security and listing. Boy, now you're going to see a lot more applications with Coinbase saying that they will be taking in these applications. But the fact that they did apply for the security with DigiID is a nice use case, and that would be massive. But let me tell you in a little secret, guys. It was made somewhat public, so I can give you this inside scoop a little bit. DigiByte did have a meeting with some Coinbase representatives in the past. It was a couple months ago, before the ETC listing. DigiByte came prepared with a whole kind of binder full of information and reasoning. They went through each and every single requirement, gave the reason why DigiByte did meet Coinbase requirements, and they said it went well. They said they're impressed by the way they actually set up a presentation, set up a binder, went through each and every question. A lot of coins have never done that in the past. Now with this more lenient listing policy, not saying a guarantee. DigiByte fundamentally is one I like for the UTXO sector. It's now dabbling in the security sector and trying to create other value propositions. It is ICO free, pre-mine free, decentralized network, proof of work. I mean, it checks off a lot of the boxes. It's pretty low market cap right now. I think it's sitting around market cap number 40 on the list, and then is only about 2 cents, so it will benefit from a unit bias in this ecosystem as well. I think you add that all together, and it's something that should be in your portfolio. And I can tell you that the DigiByte awareness team, the development team, and Jared Tate over there are doing things in a very professional manner. Now, you're not getting all the hype pumps that you might see out of Tron and Ripple and some of these other ones, but I think they're definitely taking longevity of the project serious and mass adoption serious, and continuing to try to improve and utilize blockchain technology and their personal blockchain to the best of their abilities. So there you go. That's my kind of positive spin on DigiByte. And I think it's something that you guys should be looking into own at these price levels, moving into the long-term future here for cryptocurrencies.
20,000 XRP will be wife-changing, or do you mean life-changing?
Oh, man.
It could be both. Right.
Mouse, do the math on that. Tell me what the market cap adds up to, and then tell me what the entire global wealth is.
But I want to sell. We got a lot of XRP people in here, and I got Elliott Wave guys that I totally give them a lot of credit. And they think we did a 1-2 on XRP, and we're headed on a wave 3. So we got to go to like $7 or something.
$6-7 bucks.
$7, $8, $9.
Jeez.
Which means this whole crypto space is on fire. So, and also anybody new here understand when we're bringing up the proprietary software, it's bringing in volume from up to 95 exchanges. So it's not Bitfinex, it's not Binance. There's no way you can tell me that you're following one chart, you're following RSI, and you're trading off of volume from one exchange. Yeah, if any TNA guy's telling you that, that's the dumbest shit stuff in the world. So they're going to have to buy the software, or they need to sit down.
Dustin said thoughts on Polymath. I've kind of discussed that in depth before. I think it's definitely interesting, but my main concern with Polymath is that I think they're going to see, and it's starting to come true. When I first did it, essentially I thought they were going to see competition from current traditional exchanges and traditional markets as far as securities are concerned. And you're starting to see that realization happen with the ICE and New York Stock Exchange trying to create BACT. And you're going to see that even further if you get Fidelity and some of these other, Charles Schwab maybe, or some of these other start getting on board with allowing tradable securities, trading cryptocurrencies on their platforms within 401ks, ROIs. Now, if Polymath can create partnerships with some of these traditional exchanges and traditional platforms in which Polymath will integrate their system to make it easier, then that's where you have the value there in the Poly token. But if Poly is going to continue to stand alone on their own technology and doing their own thing, I think they're going to run into some issues and some heavy competition from these big name people who have a lot of money starting to dabble into cryptocurrencies. They've done it with traditional markets. They've done it now with commodities. They've done it with the tech bubble, and now they're probably going to dabble their feet in cryptocurrencies in this new investable asset class. What else we got going on?
The best thing on XRP will be if we can now come back and maybe test that 44 level. Volume breaks down to a new low, price doesn't, and that would give me probably a buy signal on the technometer. So this is TradingView showing the 1 hour on bounce volume, which I do not use. But if you go back here, the technometer's at neutral, 44. 50 was a sell, so that day was a sell. You really could have sold any time on the way up there. I was more interested in trying to figure out a buy point again, because the last buy point was down here at the 0.267 or so. So again, volume breaks down to new lows. XRP holds the 40.436, whatever that low is. And I'm sure the technometer would be at a buy signal. And I think if anybody follows my next buy on XRP, I think it'll probably be another winner. But do your own research. We need to start running our disclaimers a hell of a lot more if we start talking with the software and you're throwing out promises over there. And
hey, I don't make promises. I state facts. I'm just kidding. This is not financial advice, although some of our trades have worked out in the past. Past performance is not indicative of future results. You are the one hitting the buy and sell. You are the one accumulating the coins, so you got to do your own research as well. We're just here to provide some entertainment and provide some kind of educated knowledge pertaining to traditional markets and cryptocurrencies.
And understand, like the technometer, when it's really kicking ass, it's based on price, volume, and time. So it's not like an RSI, and it's coming from all exchanges, basically. So the technometer is going to give us good buy and sell points, especially on shorter-term basis, etc. So just going to try to prove that, because it'll be helpful. And that's all I got.
And the winner from last night's live show, Quentin Stevens, is in the house. Came out of there from lurking and said, nice, thanks a lot, guys. Congratulations, Quentin. I don't know how much I'm going to send you, but it's going to be somewhere probably at 25 to 54. And those are currently trading around 50 cents a piece. Do the math, $12.50 to $25. Thanks for supporting us, guys. We are here to help you guys, but you guys make it fun. You guys help us as well. Thanks for watching as usual. That's really all I got to say there. No real other news articles. If you have any charts you want Todd to take a look at, I know somebody wants you to take a look at the Zen chart if possible, and bring it up on the software if possible as well.
I forget on Zen.
The Outlaw Preacher is in the house, and he said, always nice to be here, even if it is right before they pull the damn plug. Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk here for a little bit, Outlaw, so if you have some questions, throw them out there. Throw out some chart suggestions, and you can always watch the replay and enter the giveaways. That's all I can say for you. Get here a little earlier. We try to go live at 6:30 p.m. Central Time when we do, and then we do pre-recordings as well, so make sure to check out the YouTube homepage. For those of you who only see the live shows all the time, go to the YouTube homepage. We have reviews, we have technical analysis, we have interviews, we have crypto tips and tricks, all categorized out so you guys can watch it. A lot of good information, interviews from the official John McAfee, Charles Hoskinson, and others. A lot of good insight, not only about their projects, but the entire crypto industry as a whole.
And also, I think Philippe mentioned it, I want to make sure people understand, is a 1 hour on bounce volume takes all the volume on that hour, and if the price closes up a fraction, all that volume is considered plus. If it closes down a fraction, all that volume is considered minus, which is not the way to trade. So our software is taking every 5-minute move. So if it runs up for 10 minutes, down for 10 minutes, up for 10 minutes, trade sideways for the whole hour, probably that volume is going to just cancel each other out and throw no volume on the indicator. That's what you're going to want. That's what nobody really has. You'd have to go to a 5-minute on-bounce volume on TradingView and drag the chart clear over to whatever points you want to compare it to. It will work that way. But again, then you're looking at just the exchange you're on. I know TradingView has a guy that did a indicator that's like 7 exchanges. So that would help you a little bit. So if you're not paying for our software in the future, I think you go to TradingView, do a 5-minute on-bounce volume, and run it on this gentleman's indicator. I forget his name. I think he's got like 6 exchanges. That'd be the best you can do, I think, because no one's going to have, what we've got out here. So, and there's Zen USD on TradingView. Not much to say there. And if you go to the software, I got to apologize, Zen USD. Some reason I've got a mistake, and my developers haven't showed me how to add and delete symbols. So the only symbol I got is Zen BTC. I hate to say much about that because I'm really trading off the Zen. I'm trading off the USD, USDT. I will say here that there's been buying here and price is not really responding and we're overbought. So I would think Zen pulls back versus Bitcoin a little bit here. And I've got a note to get the Zen fixed so I can talk about USD, USDT in the near future.
Perfect. So. Somebody was asking, Macalio Kid, how do you guys like Fun Token? It's interesting. Essentially, it's a gambling token for a gambling platform. The only problem is the way that all of these dApps drive any value for the token is by utilization. Right now, you can check into Funfair, and there's not many people using it, if any. It's only a handful, and that's why you continue to see the price going lower and lower. You're not seeing much people talk about it. Now, can people get over there? Sure. But again, when I did a Funfair review in the past, I said it was going to have competition not only from decentralized apps, but from traditional markets. It's now legal to gamble in the United States. Essentially, that means I can go on Bovada.com, send Bitcoin over there, and gamble on just about anything. I can gamble on whether or not Tom Brady's going to tie his right shoe during halftime. And I think that's going to be an issue to start to get people to move over to some of these platforms to drive utilization of the network and then drive a price appreciation for the token. Do I think it's interesting? Yes. Do I think you should sell at 90 to 95% down here? No, because like I said, I think the next market cycle will be friendly to a lot of these micro-cap coins, and you'll have an opportunity to sell on some pumps. I think as this market cycle continues, as mass adoption starts to accrue, then you need to start evaluating the utilization of some of these networks, decide what platforms are going to fail, move then your profits out of that into more stable projects, protocols, and Bitcoin. So that's my opinion on Funfair. It just doesn't have the utilization yet, but I would not be selling it if you have been holding it off the highs, as you will see a pump in the next bull run.
Let me have it back one more time because somebody asked about relative strength. Because I just want to make sure you understand. Here's Bitcoin at TradingView with RSI at the bottom that a lot of people follow. In a bull move or a bear move that's strong, you're going to sell way too early. You got to be really careful at what points this goes to buy or sell. But I will say, again, this is Bittrex. So if you're trading off an RSI on one exchange, I just don't think you can do that. If you're in love with RSI, cool. But you can go to our crypto software, bringing in volume from up to the 95 exchanges, and still bring up the RSI. But it's based on all the exchanges. Because even with the software, we've got this whole list of the top indicators that anybody's really using. So they're all on here. On balance volume, MACD, true range, you name it. A lot of them are on here. Bollinger Bands, fractal chaos bands. So you can add all those too, but I really just use the OP Force and Tech. Those indicators I've used my whole life basically, so I don't really think I need anything else. I've thrown a Bollinger Band on before. Shout out to John Bollinger, who doesn't like us. And, I do throw a few things on it, but I'm pretty happy with just OP Force and Tech. So, and that's all I got.
Awesome. Well, it is 7:32. We're like, man, we don't have too much to talk about. This will probably be a short show.
Right.
And now we're sitting here at over an hour. Once again, for everybody kind of coming in here a little late, hopefully you enjoyed the news, the fundamentals. We try to answer your questions. We look at some charts from some technical analysis. Really strive to be your one-shop stop for cryptocurrencies. Head over to our description to see what else we do outside of YouTube, including LearnCrypto.io, where we do have a cryptocurrency beginner course, a cryptocurrency and Wyckoff trading course, a crypto private client group, and we continue to expand this Learn Crypto ecosystem. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for always tuning in. We love you. Thanks for the support. And that's about all we got. Hopefully we can continue to answer some more of your questions. We will be live tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, so tune in with some of these questions we did not get a chance to get to. And, of course, leave your Phore PHR wallet address with a comment in the comment section below if you like some free coins for your chance to win. All you got to do is make sure to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, that is just pure disrespect, my friend. Hit that subscribe button.
Pissing me off. Ashtone19 asking about ELA, Elastos, but I've got XLE on here. I guess I don't have the ELA you're looking at. I thought that was Elastos. So come back next time. And anybody trading Ripple, stay tuned because I think the software can give you some decent entry exit points.
It sounds like it just rallied up to 59 cents. You might be needing to pop on here with the software sell point here at some point, or maybe throw out a stop. We'll see what happens. So stay tuned. Maybe Todd will come on here later tonight or tomorrow based on the action in the markets and on XRP as that thing is starting to explode once again. Somebody was asking what the buy signal was on XRP. I believe you said 44 cents on that retrace.
Down below 49, down to 46 was...
46 cents is when he was saying 46. To buy it. And here we go, rally. So continue to
and that's
triple
without
those
the
bags.
technometer. We need the technometer to come in. That'll be the real buy. That was just kind of a, Elliott wave by a spring and an uptrend, etc. But sometime here, if we stay sideways, volume comes into the downside. I would say in 2 days I could maybe have a technometer buy signal. So that'd be the best thing.
There you go.
There's Carrie Butterfield. What's up? Look, she's got a picture.
Dang, look at that picture. Todd's married to a hottie. See you guys later. Hope you guys enjoy Learn Crypto once again, and we will see you tomorrow. So until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
And if you're single, check out K Archie.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.